Robin Brown's jealousy has officially blown past the point of concern and straight into full-scale crisis mode, and insiders are whispering that her marriage to Kody might be hanging on by a single, fraying thread. When Briana Chicken Fry dropped her unexpected bombshell on the finale of her BFF's podcast, everything exploded. She revealed that during Special Forces filming, Kody told castmates that Robin couldn't attend press events because she was going to hurt Briana. Not that Robin was sick, not busy, not staying home with the kids, but that she was so jealous and furious, she might actually become violent. That one comment sent shockwaves through the Sister Wives community because fans immediately started connecting dots. And the picture forming behind those dots is deeply troubling. Briana explained that she'd gone to dinner with Sean Johnson East, Andrew East, and Gia Duddy the night before Special Forces press day. They had all seen Kody earlier, and naturally, they asked where Robin was. He didn't even hesitate. No sugarcoating. No attempt to hide it. He straight up said Robin didn't come because she was so angry and jealous over a 26-year-old podcaster that she might hurt her if they were in the same room. And that's when the alarm bells started blaring. Because this isn't normal jealousy. This isn't insecurity. This is obsession mixed with rage over a woman she's never even met. And the fact that Kody felt comfortable sharing this with people he barely knows. That's another red flag. Insiders claim this moment was just the public glimpse of a much bigger storm brewing at home. According to sources, the real meltdowns happened privately, and things in the Brown household have been unbearable ever since Kody returned from filming. Some in the industry are even whispering that this might be the beginning of the end for Kody and Robin. And honestly, the parallels to his previous divorces? Impossible to ignore. Think about it, Kody spent weeks away from Robin, around new people, around younger, confident women, around people who didn't treat him like a god, and around people who also didn't trap him inside the isolation he's been living in for years. He got attention. He got validation. He remembered what life felt like before the fortress they live in now. And when he came home, Robin spiraled. According to insiders, she began lashing out, interrogating him about every detail of his interactions with Briana, who sat where, who said what, who laughed at whose jokes. The kind of interrogation that doesn't come from insecurity, but from panic. Then we get to the biggest red flag. Kody told castmates that Robin threatened to hurt Briana if they were in the same room. That's not jealousy, that's a breaking point. Industry insiders suggest Robin didn't avoid press events because of Briana. She avoided them because she couldn't stand watching Kody receive positive attention again, something he hasn't experienced in years thanks to the show's narrative. For years, Robin has kept Kody in a tight bubble. No sister-wife competition, no outside female influence, no public interaction without her oversight, just isolation. Just control. Just Robin's world. But Special Forces shattered that bubble. Kody came back lighter. More energized. Almost free. People on the press tour said he seemed happier, more open, like he remembered there's a world beyond Robin's grip. And that shift has reportedly plunged Robin into a tailspin. Here's the key. Briana is not like the sister wives Robin spent years outmaneuvering. She can't manipulate her. She can't isolate her. She can't compete with her in the same way. Briana is an outsider, one Kody interacted with without Robin watching. And that terrifies her. Insiders claim Robin has watched every episode, every behind-the-scenes clip, every interview where Briana discusses Kody. And with every reveal, every moment Briana wasn't impressed by him, wasn't intimidated by him, even called him creepy, Robin's anxiety reportedly skyrocketed. Not because Briana wanted Kody, but because the public genuinely likes Briana. They respect her for calling him out. And Robin knows exactly what that means. Briana isn't a threat to Robin romantically. She's a threat because she pulled Kody back into a world where other women exist, and where Kody feels alive again. That realization? That's what has Robin spiraling. That's what has insiders whispering that their marriage is cracking. And that's why people believe the Briana situation might be the spark that finally burns the entire Brown marriage to the ground. But here's the part that has the entire fandom, and even some insiders, absolutely convinced. This isn't just drama. This is a full-blown unraveling of the Brown marriage. Because what's happening with Briana isn't happening in a vacuum. It's happening on top of years of pressure, isolation, resentment, and emotional suffocation between Kody and Robin. People close to the situation are saying that ever since Kody returned from Special Forces, the tension inside their Flagstaff home has been unbearable. We're talking nightly arguments, silent treatment days, screaming matches behind closed doors, and Robin allegedly spiraling into obsessive behavior. One insider reportedly said, It's the worst it's ever been. Robin isn't scared of losing Kody to Briana. She's scared Kody finally realized he wants out. That's the real story. Because for the first time in years, Kody got a taste of independence. He wasn't trapped in the stale, suffocating routine of the Flagstaff house. He wasn't locked in Robin's bubble. He wasn't being worshipped, coddled, or controlled by one wife. He was around normal people again. He was challenged. He was teased. He was treated like a peer, not a king or a villain. And apparently, it woke something up in him. Sources say that during the press events, Kody was laughing, joking, and interacting freely in a way no one has seen him do since the early days of Sister Wives. People who were around him said he seemed lighter, freer, younger, more alive. And that change hasn't gone unnoticed by Robin. According to whispers, Robin has been desperately trying to pull Kody back into their old pattern, demanding reassurance, wanting constant updates, insisting on controlling who he talks to, and monitoring everything said about him online. But the more she clings, the more he pulls away. One source allegedly put it perfectly: Kody left for Special Forces as Robin's husband. He came back remembering he used to be Kody Brown. And that's exactly what Robin can't handle. Because here's the hard truth Robin is reportedly facing. She didn't lose Kody to Briana. She lost him to freedom, to attention, to validation, to the outside world she worked so hard to keep him away from. Briana was just the spark that lit the fuse. Insiders claim Robin's breakdown wasn't because she thought something romantic happened. It was because she knew that Kody was slipping back into his old self, the version of him who didn't want one woman clinging to him 24/7. And that realization has pushed her jealousy into a dangerous new territory: rage, paranoia, and explosive emotional reactions unlike anything the family has ever seen before. Some in the industry are even saying that the way Robin reacted to the Briana situation has made producers wonder if the marriage is entering the same death cycle they witnessed with Mary, Yanel, and Christine. Jealousy, control, isolation, resentment, detachment, collapse, and according to whispers, Kody is already in the detachment stage. One insider reportedly said, "He's different. He came back from filming and realized there's a whole world outside of Robin." That terrified her and empowered him. People now believe the Special Forces experience didn't just shake up Kody. It cracked open the one relationship he thought was stable. And Briana? She wasn't the threat. She was the mirror that showed Robin what she's been afraid to admit. Kody Brown might finally be done living in her controlled little world. The public sees Briana as the voice of reason, the one person who wasn't afraid to tell Kody he stank, that he needed to get his act together, that his behavior was completely out of line. And that right there is what has Robin spiraling. Because for years, Robin has told herself that was her job. She believed she was the only woman who could handle Kody, guide him, redirect him, and speak the truth he supposedly couldn't handle from anyone else. That identity, the wise, stabilizing, essential wife, is the entire foundation of why she thinks she deserves to be the last wife standing. But then Briana walked in, and without even trying, she did Robin's role better than Robin ever has. She didn't worship Kody. She didn't baby him. She didn't treat him like a king who needed special handling. She talked to him like a normal human, firmly, confidently, and without fear. And that, according to insiders, has sent Robin into a full-blown crisis. Reports claim Robin has been demanding answers from Kody. Why did he let Briana talk to him like that? Why didn't he defend himself? Why did he accept her criticism so easily? Why did he respect Briana's boundaries when he never respected the other wives' concerns? These questions have reportedly triggered explosive tension at home, because they are forcing Kody to confront a truth he's never wanted to acknowledge. He responds better to women who don't coddle him. And that reality completely shatters the dynamic he and Robin have relied on for their entire marriage. Insiders say Robin is finally realizing that she might not be as irreplaceable as she convinced herself she was, and that realization is ripping their marriage apart from the inside. What's really keeping Robin awake at night? It's not just that Briana spent time with Kody. It's how they spent that time, and what it symbolizes. Briana revealed on the Decider podcast that she spent more time with Kody than anyone else during Special Forces filming. They were paired together in nearly every challenge. Every car ride, she was with him. When a contestant left, she ended up bunking next to him. This wasn't occasional proximity. This was constant, unavoidable, close-quarters connection for days on end. And Robin had zero control over any of it. She couldn't monitor their conversations. She couldn't mediate their dynamic. She couldn't place herself between Kody and another woman like she's done for years. For the first time in a long time, Kody had to interact with a woman without Robin supervising. And insiders say that has shaken Robin to her core. Fire the age factor. Robin's worst nightmare. Here's what makes it even worse for her. Briana is 26.
Robin is 47. A 21-year age gap.
That alone would make any wife uneasy. But especially a wife whose husband has a track record of gravitating toward younger women and who's openly admitted on camera that if he wasn't getting his needs met, he'd bring in another wife. And now, Kody just spent weeks in close contact with a young, beautiful woman who pushed him, supported him, challenged him, and called him out, all while Robin was stuck at home. Sources say Robin has been obsessing over every possible physical interaction. Did Briana touch his arm during a challenge? Did they grab each other for balance?
Were there moments the cameras didn't catch?
This isn't jealousy, it's panic. The panic of a woman who knows her husband's patterns all too well. Industry insiders say Robin sees Briana as everything she isn't, and everything she can never be again. Young,
confident, unafraid, not trauma-bonded to Kody,
not dependent on his approval. Worst of all, Briana didn't even want Kody's attention.
She wasn't competing. She wasn't impressed.
She was just herself, and that authenticity seems to be more threatening to Robin than any sister wife ever was. Fire the press tour shift, and why Robin lost it. Now let's dig into what may be driving Robin over the edge more than anything else. How Kody talked about Briana afterward. Every time her name came up in interviews, Kody became defensive, over-explanatory, almost protective. He joked about being creepy.
He explained why she called him out. He talked about how much time they spent together. He mentioned how she was gentle parenting him through challenges. And he didn't have to say any of that.
He didn't have to keep bringing her up.
But he did.
And sources say Robin replayed every second of those interviews, studying Kody's tone, the way he smiled, the way he softened when recalling certain moments. That kind of forensic emotional analysis only happens when a wife senses something is wrong but can't prove it. Insiders believe Robin discovered something she can't unsee. Kody enjoyed his time with Briana far more than he'll admit. And that may be why Robin has allegedly been interrogating him about every conversation, every car ride, every bunk night, every tiny detail of their partnership.
Sources say no answer Kody gives is enough.
Fire the threat, the line that changed everything. Finally, we reach the most alarming part, the violent threat. According to Briana, Kody didn't tell castmates that Robin was uncomfortable, or jealous, or stressed. He told them that Robin couldn't attend the press events because she was going to hurt Briana.
That is not normal. That is not joking.
That is not insecurity.
That is rage.
Now, experts and insiders are asking, was Kody exaggerating to make Robin look unhinged? Or did Robin truly express that level of violent emotion? And if she did, why did Kody feel the need to warn other people? Whatever the truth is, it signals a very dark, very serious, very volatile chapter in the Brown marriage. Robin's voice dropped to a trembling whisper on the rumored recordings.
Just guide him.
Make him believe it was his idea. If he thinks it came from me, he'll resist. But if he thinks it came from his own mind, he'll fight for it.
The room fell silent. Christine blinked hard, stunned.
Yanel leaned forward, gripping the edge of the table. Even Mary, who had walked into the meeting emotionally numb, suddenly looked alive, almost furious. Do you understand what this means?
Yanel said slowly.
He didn't spiral on his own. He was pushed. Every meltdown, every accusation, every time he turned on us, she fed it.
Christine's jaw tightened, and he repeated her exact words to us, word for word, like he was reading from a script. Mary exhaled shakily. No wonder he was so confident in those decisions. They weren't his. They were hers.
A producer whispered to another, if these tapes are real, this could end the entire Brown family narrative.
In the hallway, a door slammed. Heavy steps.
Kody appeared, face red, breath fast, as if he had been listening from the other side. What tapes? He demanded, voice cracking. What are you accusing us of now?
But the wives didn't answer.
Because the truth, or the rumor of it, was already louder than his anger. And for the first time, Kody looked truly afraid. Kody's eyes darted from one face to another, searching for even a hint of loyalty.
He found none.
Christine crossed her arms. Yanel leaned back in her chair, stone cold. Mary simply stared at him with the frozen expression of someone who had finally run out of tears. Kody, Christine said softly, if these tapes are real, you need to understand, this changes everything.
Kody shook his head violently. There are no tapes. There is no manipulation.
You're all just jealous because Robin what? Kody.
Yanel cut in sharply.
Because she puppeteered you better than we ever could? Because she whispered things you mistook as divine inspiration?
Kody's mouth opened, but no words came out. And then Robin entered.
Her face was pale, eyes glossy but not from tears, from panic.
Kody,
she said quickly, tugging on his sleeve, don't talk to them. They are twisting things. Let's go.
Mary stood up slowly, deliberately.
Are we twisting things, Robin?
Or are those recordings twisting your stomach?
Robin froze.
She didn't deny it. She didn't even try.
The silence that filled the room was thick enough to choke on. Finally, Robin whispered, You don't understand.
I was helping him think clearly. He's overwhelmed. I only guided him.
Guided him?
Christine repeated.
You handed him the script he used to tear this family apart. Kody stepped in front of Robin like a shield.
His voice shook. Stop it.
Just stop. There are no tapes. This conversation is over.
But his eyes said he didn't know anymore. He wasn't sure. He was terrified.
And then a producer poked his head in the room. Everyone, you need to come to the main office.
Now. Something was just delivered. And you're going to want to see it.
The wives exchanged looks. Robin's knees almost buckled.
Kody swallowed hard.
Because whatever was waiting for them in that office was about to expose the truth no one was prepared to face. Sources close to the situation say insiders are split on whether the alleged threat should be taken literally. On one hand, Robin has a long pattern of avoiding confrontation. She famously walked away from tense moments at Coyote Pass rather than face Mary or Yanel directly. She has always let Kody take the hits for her, emotionally hiding behind him whenever things got uncomfortable. The idea of Robin actually becoming physical with anyone feels almost comical based on her established behavior.
But then there's the other side of the story.
Over the years, rumors have circulated about a very different version of Robin behind closed doors, one with a temper far more intense than the camera-friendly persona she presents. Some family-adjacent voices have claimed that Robin can be controlling and reactive in private, and Kody himself has publicly joked that Robin will throw hands if someone insults him. That comment alone made some people wonder whether there's a side to Robin the public never sees. And here's where speculation explodes. People think Kody wanted this story out. He could have told reporters any simple, harmless reason for Robin missing the press event. The kids, school schedules, family commitments. All perfectly believable. Instead, he chose the most explosive explanation possible. That Robin was too jealous and angry to be in the same room as Briana. That's not protecting his wife. That's throwing gasoline on a match. Industry insiders are whispering that Kody may be deliberately crafting a narrative, one portraying Robin as unstable, volatile, or irrationally jealous. And anyone who watched his previous marriages unravel recognizes the pattern instantly. Kody emotionally distances himself, then begins hinting to the world that his wife is difficult, demanding, or unreasonable. Then, when things collapse, he presents himself as the victim who had no choice but to leave. And now people are wondering, is Robin next in line for divorce number 4? Because the signs are hauntingly familiar. Think back to how his relationship with Mary deteriorated. The emotional distancing. The public criticism. The convenient excuse when the catfish scandal hit. He did something similar with Christine, calling her expectations too high, and with Yanel, saying she didn't give him enough attention. History shows that once Kody starts talking publicly about how unreasonable a wife is being, the end is already in motion. Now, the Briana situation looks like the beginning of that same script. Insiders say Kody has become more distant since returning from filming Special Forces, withdrawn, distracted, and emotionally checked out. Robin, sensing the shift, allegedly tried to tighten her grip. The more she tried to control the situation, the more Kody pushed back. And every pushback made Robin react even more intensely. Her alleged "I'll hurt her" outburst wasn't seen as a joke, it was seen as a line in the sand. Behind the scenes, whispers claim massive fights erupted before the press tour. Robin allegedly demanded Kody cancel appearances, avoid Briana entirely, and let her oversee every detail of his schedule. When Kody didn't comply, insiders say Robin's frustration escalated into emotional overload. And Kody's public comment? It wasn't hyperbole. It was a warning shot. Even more telling, Robin used to go everywhere with Kody. She always arranged childcare, always made sure she was by his side. But now, with no sister wives to monitor, And with Kody interacting with women outside their bubble, her insecurity has reportedly skyrocketed. Insiders say Kody now feels smothered, exactly like he felt in his previous marriages before they collapsed. But here's where things get psychologically deeper and darker. Watching Special Forces didn't just put Kody in proximity to Briana. It forced Robin to face uncomfortable truths about her marriage. She watched Kody on national television dismiss female authority, talk over women, and struggle to work as an equal partner with them.
Briana wasn't intimidated.
She challenged him, called him out, and refused to cater to his ego. And for the first time, Robin had to confront that other women weren't going to enable or excuse Kody's behavior the way she has for 15 years. So Briana became the symbol of everything Robin sacrificed: boundaries,
self-respect, courage, autonomy.
Her jealousy wasn't romantic, it was existential.
Now let's talk about the excuses. Robin does have 2 school-age kids.
Traveling in the middle of a school year can be messy. That explanation would have been completely reasonable.
But that isn't the story Kody chose to tell.
Instead, he opted for the most explosive, reputation-damaging version possible. And people are wondering why. Insiders say Robin didn't want to attend because she felt threatened. Threatened by how positively people responded to Kody during filming. Threatened by him bonding with castmates. Threatened by Briana's presence. Sources suggest huge emotional confrontations happened before the trip, painting a picture of a house filled with jealousy, insecurity, and rising tension. The Briana drama appears to be just the surface crack in something much deeper. Because if Robin reacted like this over a woman who wasn't flirting with Kody, someone who called him creepy, someone who wasn't interested in him at all, what will she do if Kody actually meets someone who is friendly to him? Industry insiders believe this is a preview of the future, a jealousy so intense and suffocating that it could push Kody into the same escape cycle he's repeated 3 times before. So here's the real question: is the marriage in crisis?
Or is this the beginning of the end? Because the signs aren't subtle. They are flashing like warning lights.
And those warning lights are getting harder for Kody to ignore. Family insiders say Kody has started confiding in a few longtime friends, something he never does unless he feels cornered. Reportedly, he's been venting about walking on eggshells, feeling controlled, and being emotionally drained by Robin's reactions. One insider even claims Kody said, "I can't live like this forever."
That sentence alone sent the inner circle into a panic.
Because Kody only says things like that at one specific stage, the pre-exit stage.
He said versions of it before distancing from Mary. He said versions of it before walking away from Christine.
He said versions of it before separating from Yanel. It's the same emotional script every time. He becomes distant, the wife becomes anxious, Kody feels smothered, tension rises, he leaks negative stories, then boom, the breakup seems to come out of nowhere. And now the same pattern is emerging with Robin, the wife he once called his soulmate. Remember, Robin was the one he chose. The one he legally married. The one he prioritized, defended, and protected from the others. So the idea that even Robin could be heading toward the same fate. That's what has TLC insiders buzzing. But here's what's truly shocking. Insiders claim Kody's behavior has shifted in subtle, but unmistakable, ways. His staying out later. His taking more solo decisions. His talking about personal growth.
His allegedly even sleeping in a different part of the house some nights.
One source close to the production said, Kody is doing that thing where he pretends everything is fine, but his body language tells a different story.
He's checked out. And Robin feels it.
Sources say she's been crying more, staying quiet, and repeatedly asking Kody if he's different since filming. She reportedly feels blindsided, terrified, and deeply insecure about the sudden distance. And that desperation may be fueling her emotional reactions, including the alleged outburst about Briana. But the most chilling detail? TLC executives are quietly preparing for a scenario they never expected, the potential collapse of the Kody-Robin marriage. They've allegedly discussed contingency plans, spin-offs, solo episodes, even a rebranding of the entire franchise, because if Robin leaves or is left, the entire foundation of the one-wife era crumbles overnight.
And that's where the whispers get loudest.
Some believe Kody is tired of being tied to the Robin ruined the family narrative. Others think he's craving validation from outside the Brown circle, something he got a taste of during Special Forces. And some insiders claim he's already imagining life without the emotional intensity of his current marriage. But the biggest rumor? Kody is quietly considering opening the door to new relationships again. Not polygamy in the old sense, he's too burned by that, but a fresh start.
A new dynamic.
A new woman who doesn't carry the weight of 15 years of turmoil. Someone who sees him as more than the villain of Sister Wives. And if that's true, Robin's jealousy wasn't just insecurity, it was instinct.
She felt something shifting. She felt someone slipping away. She felt a marriage entering a phase she can't control. The alleged Briana threat? It might have been the spark. But the fire? The fire has been building for months.
And now the question is no longer if something is breaking, it's when it finally explodes into public view.